Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. I am Aditya Tomar, the business growth expert. Guys, today we are going to discuss about how you are going to build your digital tribe. We are in a series of how to build your, digital tribe where you have to build your community, you have to build your followers because the future, right? The future is all about your audience, your community, because they trust you, yeah, they believe in you, and they are going to be your customers, right? If you don't have any kind of followers, if you don't have any kind of a community, trust me, you will waste lots of money in the online space. And I truly appreciate, because if you start focusing, or if you start building your digital tribe from today onwards, right, you will see that after 3 months, after 6 months, after 1 year, all together are different different incoming leads for you, incoming conversions for you, which the efforts will get so less, right? And you are going to build your empire slowly, and you can boom the market like you want, like you have dreamed of, right? So just type in the comment box if you can see me. Just type in the comment box yes. If you can't, if you can hear me and see me, just type in the comment box yes. Whether you are able to see me on my Facebook group, LinkedIn group, or my YouTube channel, or my private webinar, just type yes in the comment box so that we can make this session interactive. And let's start this journey. So, uh, this is let me make bit bigger. Okay, let me set myself also. Okay, great. Hopefully, you can see me in this slideshow as well. Guys, uh, those who don't know me, it's a very brief introduction about me. I'm Aditya Tomar, having a experience of around 15 years in this industry, and I'm running multiple companies, including software company, including my educational platform, including my franchises, and including this webinar. It's hosted by AdityaTomar.in, which is work on digital marketing, learning, and consulting, right? So this is if you want to know more about me, my company, just go to askadi.co/LinkedIn, and you can see my different companies. This is VKROL, which is working in the online space from past 9 years. This is the 2T Hub, the educational platform, which works on the principle of learn, work, and earn. And this is a company exists in the market from past 2.5 year. And this is this platform, which is AdityaToma.in, which worked on consulting and coaching the digital marketing and lead generation. So, guys, this company I have registered. This is a proprietorship which I have registered in 2020. So, I want to see how the market works in 2020. And these are the already, they have the influence, they have their own audience, they have their own customers. So, that's already doing well in the online space, right? Now, if you want to learn the digital marketing for me, just go to askali.co/learn. And if you want any kind of a service for my companies, just go to askali.co/work. I want to be, why I do this session at 9:30, right? This is for because what I believe in. I have built all these companies, right? This is I've just recently started, right? This is also doing good. I think I've already shown you 500 people already enroll in my different courses, right? Whatever the courses I do, right? This is already working from past 9 years, and this is working from past 2.5 years. Without guys, that's the beauty of my businesses. They haven't taken any kind of a investor, right? All the things has been built from the scratch, and it's totally a different different learnings. If I have started this company in 2011, at that point of time it was a different learning altogether, different making the businesses, different set of rules while how to uh, set up your business in the market. This is just having 2020, this is a different set of rules how you have to set your business in the market, because I was not doing the webinars, or I was not on the videos, or I was not that much on social groups and all. And this is I've started to this is a product, this is service, right? This is, I would say, a product, right? And this is a digital marketing, right? Company. So this is already, one is service, one is product, and one is, I would say, uh, coaching or mentoring, right? So, and after that, if you go to my LinkedIn profile, you will find uh, franchises also, whatever the franchise item. So this is all about me because I want to be sure that if you are in this webinar of mine, right, then you should know me, why I'm giving all this knowledge to you, why, what the background I'm carrying, what I'm having that much experience or not, that I can tell you what the right ways to grow your business, right? So this is today's quote. I think every day my team gives me good quotes. Trust your intuitions; it never lies, right? So whatever you think, do it, because uh, I always believe that if you are thinking something for you, or what if you think that will happen, right? But depends how you take the action. If you think you're going to be successful, you're going to be millionaire, you will, but it depends when you're going to take the action. Generally, people why fail, or why in fact in the online space, why they are not happy, or they are not um never satisfied, because they think a lot, right? They learn a lot, but they never try to implement all those learnings, all those whatever the dreams they have. So my formula is, whatever you have dreamed, right? Whatever you think, just do it. Whether you will get the results positive, whether you will get the results negative, right? Don't worry about that. Everything make you learn, make you a better person for the tomorrow, right? So this is my principle. Trust me, guys. This this principle helps me a lot. Right now, if I talk about the kind of a situation we are in, right? The kind of situation we not in India but all over the world, right? Every business is going to hamper with that. Every business is facing a lot of issues, right? In this kind of a situation, right, you have to be very positive, right? If you, let me tell you guys, if you talk with the people, right, all about negatives, all about the things are not happening, you will get demotivated. You will not get the results. Just see the positive side, right? Just see what the best you can do, what how the best you can do for yourself, for others, and trust me, that will help you a lot. That will gives you the way you are looking, right? The way you are looking for your growth. It's my mantra. I always see both sides. If it's negative, it's fine. It's negative. Whatever the situation you are in, just try to be make out the positive from that. That's the key to success. So just before moving, just let me check if my connections are working fine. So I will check once, because it's really important. Sometimes because I have connected so many systems, sometimes the voice or the audios don't go as expected. I'm just checking this. Okay, it's working perfectly fine. Okay, okay. So let's start today's journey. If guys, this course is free, which you are in right now, it's free right now, because whatever I do is I always give the high level knowledge. Once if you are in my webinars, if you seeing me any of my groups, any of my channels, then this is free. You can go to askadi.co/movement. This is the new course that developed about how you build your movement, right? How you build your business, how we build your community, how you think the people will follow you, the people will come back to you, come behind you, right? So that is really needed, right? If you talk about let's talk about any brand, when the person himself is a brand, right? Whether you talk about actors, whether you talk about cricketers, whether you talk about politicians, they have their own followers, right? They don't the kind of a hard work they have done in their past years, whether you are a good actor, whether you are a good cricketer, whether you are a good politician, the kind of a followers you are having, they make you that man, right? So similarly, in the online space also, if you're thinking that you are going to build that kind of a asset for you, which is unshakable, whatever the situation are in the society, right, then you have to build your own community. If you're not building a community, you always be dependent on Facebook ads, Google Ads, traffic. I mean, those things you always need. And at the end, sometimes it's a gamble, right? Sometimes you play the ad that will give you good profit. Sometimes you play the ad that will lose, you will lose lots of money because algorithms of the Facebook and the Google changes day by day. Until unless if I talk about the SEO part, right? The SEO part also works once your website having 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, whatever the old you are. Either if you're not working on the micro niche kind of blogging, right? So you have to build your own audience to get to sustain in the market for the longer term. Like if I am able to sustain these businesses, I have my own close community, right? The people who knows me, right? Who gives the business to me, who knows that if this software or this application need to be built is built by Aditya's team, right? It is built by We Care All because they know me, they have the trust in me. So that's a kind of an influence you have to build once you're starting your online journey, right? You have to first I would say try to give the values, try to give as much as service you can, right, to the people, right, and then you think whether they will come back to you or not, right. So this is the secret, actually. If you want to go to my different learnings, different courses, then just go to let me type for you just hold on because I'm also day by day I'm also learning new things and whatever I'm learning it's a top national learning, right? It will really help you to build your empire also and it's helping me to build my new company in a better way, right? AdityaTomar.in, which is my new digital agency and which I'm working which I'm taking around 2 hours or 3 hours a day, that's it. But trust me guys, never felt those kind of those kind of statements that you can be the master in just 2 hours. Just do this course and you can be a master. Nobody make you a master in just 1 hour or 2 hours. Everybody who is successful in the online space, right? Who are doing consistently good, right? It's not about success for one day, right? It's all about this. Whatever you are getting, you have to sustain that for the longer period, right? For that, for that kind of a to build that kind of an empire for the longer term, you have to be consistent, right? If Sachin Tendulkar is a god of the cricket, that's why because he has done. He served the country for longer term. He has performed for the longer term for the country, right? Similarly, you have to be very much consistent whatever the work you do. If you are doing consistently, trust me, you will have your own empire, whatever you have dreamed of, right? So let me type for you. Uh, just along. Hopefully it will help you to. Wow. If you want to go to my courses, then you can go to business dot adityatomar.in. Let me make it bit big. Okay. And the color is a little okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let me make it big. Okay. If you go to this course, right? Over here. Let me make let me do this thing. Right. If you want to go to my course, this over here you will find business.iditoma.in. Just go to that. You will find all the courses that I'm doing, right? And for the free course, just you have to go to this place. Let me type again for you. The free course that I'm having, you can see over here, but I will make more clear for you. Okay, and it's adi.co/movement, right? So this is yeah. So askadi.co/movement. Just go to this. This is a free course. You will learn whatever I have covered in the last webinars. That's a free webinar, guys. And I always do. Uh, It's free for some time, not always, right? If you see, if the people have joined my past courses, that has been enrolled more than I think 300 people, right? Those sometimes they have find those courses were free. Now it's not free, right? It's around $14, I suppose. That's I don't remember right now, but you can check to aditya.business.in. You will see the course price. Okay, so let's move to the again. So this is also kind of making yourself comfortable in front of camera, in front of using the tools. This is also kind of expertise you need, right? Above 2020, right? If you want to capture, if you want to get successful in life, right? Then this is the expertise that you need. And if you want to need that expertise, just go to askadi.co/learn. I will tell you what all you will learn with me. Okay, let me go to my section. So I think I've already covered this thing. These five topics I've already covered. Just go to askari.co/movement, right? And let's just talk about the identity, right? What really makes what really help you to build your identity? Why it's needed, right? Right, guys. When you're talking about your tribes, when you're talking about your people, right? Then you should be having some characteristics, right? You should whatever the business you are starting, whether you are starting your online business, whether you are starting your offline business, then you have to be very much in that kind of a business. I mean, you have to be very much relate with that kind of a business. Why you are going to start that? What's the problem it's going to solve? Why? How you like to position yourself in that kind of a business? If I talk about uh, let me give you my example, right? Let me tell you, because this is a thought which lots of people are not clear, right? They start the business, but they never like to relate with that kind of business, right? Never like to feel that kind of a business. If you're not feeling that kind of a business, trust me, you will not get success, right? You will not get success. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why I have started this. AdityaTomar.in. Why I have started the companies that I'm running, right? The companies that I'm running, or the companies or franchises that I'm having only one expertise, right? To bring good clients for my different companies that I own, right? To bring good clients, to bring good business, to have that kind of a faith that whatever the work they will like to develop from us, like to get it done from us, it will be done with best quality. So that's the uh, I mean, that's kind of expertise, right? That's kind of I mean, kind of expertise I have, and that's kind of a position I hold in different companies that I'm running, right? So I was thinking, because let's make one tunnel, one funnel, right? Where I have to focus only one thing, right? I have focus only one thing, and which will help me to drive my multiple things. I always why when I talk about the software, when I talk about the tools, why I always focus that it should be autopilot. Because if you are building a business, and if that business is not on autopilot, then you are wasting lots of time and the money as well. Because if you want to grow that business should run on autopilot. That business should run on correct tools. That business should have the right strategies and the planning, right? So that's why this entity, come into the picture, and what this entity is doing is it's helping the businesses. Because what these webinars helping me? It's helping me to connect with the different business owners, right? Different people who want to grow their business, who want to talk to me about their problems, right? Who want to learn the things. So I'm automatically earlier uh, I was creating the lead for different businesses differently. Now I'm creating a authentic lead from the authentic channel, right? By branding a name which I'm already carrying with different companies, right? And helping them to get the more mature clients. So this is the whole concept that I'm in. That's why I able to give all the knowledge for free, right? I'm not because I want the serious people to be have in my community, right? I want the people who really like to learn, who really want to get successful, right? Who really have a hunger to change their, whatever situation they are in, who want to really grow, right? So I want those people to be, get connected, or who I want those people should get this information for free, right? So that they can change their life. So that's why it's askari.co/movement. It's free. You can join. You will see the kind of a learning I'm giving to you, right? So the identity is always, it's all about you. Once you talk about the identity of your business, of your community, it will be derived from you. Whatever the message you are having, whatever the thinking you are having, same kind of a people you will be looking to connect with you. Then only you can connect with them, right? You don't like to connect with the people who don't need or who don't want that kind of a knowledge, or who don't believe in that kind of a, I would say, thoughts, right? So if you are building your community around whatever the business you are having, around the whatever the uh, the whatever thoughts you are having, then it will be easy for you to drive your message or the services or the product in a much deeper penetration. It will be easy for you, right? Like if I'm giving this knowledge, right? My these kind of a webinars, right, are streaming through different tools to the different groups that I am having, right? So what happen is, people like to connect, they message, and I automatically get the leads, right? I automatically get the right audience, because they believe, because what why they like to connect with me, because the kind of a value I given, the kind of a it's a 30-minute webinar, whatever the value they get from me, then they believe that I think this is the right person whom we should connect. So that's a way. It's automatically, I'm getting the leads, or the course, selling for the courses, or whatever, the somebody looking for the complete kind of development from for themselves, whether their systems, we are ready to help you, right? So always think, one whatever you are starting, right, whatever you are starting, just think how you can relate your message to that community or to that business, right? How you identify yourself with that business, whether that business really meant for you or not. This is the first step. Don't ever go for the money, right? Don't ever. Money will come automatically, right? If you think you can whatever the business you are doing, you are enjoying in that business, then whatever the money you will get, you will enjoy, right? But if you see whatever the work you are doing, you are not enjoying, whatever the money you will get, you will not enjoy, because you're not happy with that. If I say, when I was doing a job, earlier I have a mindset that I have to make my own business, right? Because I was doing in my college, I was doing my own some small work, right? But that job has taken me around 4 years to understand the things, how the systems work, how the software works, how everything works, right? So happiness comes from the work you do, if you really like to do that work, right? So the first one is, you should be very much clear, whatever the work you are doing, about your vision, about your mission, and about your principles, because these are going to follow by your audience, right? And if you are very much clear, if you are very much focused, then you will connect with the same audience which has the same vision and the mission, right? You have to first identify yourself, right? Have your positioning. You should identify your positioning, what the position you should carry in that kind of a business. Whether you want to be if I say an example, if you want to be a technical expert, or technical kind of a profile you want to carry, so that you build the best systems for the different clients, or if you want that you want to grow the business, like anything, right? You are best in strategies, planning, and all. So identify your role in that company, whatever the company you are choosing, right? Then perceptions, public perceptions. It's always drive, right, from your entity. If I say perception can be changed, right? It's not like if somebody has make a negative perception about you, it will be always negative, right? It depends about the kind of a service you are delivering, the kind of values you are delivering, the kind of a message you are delivering. So it totally depend the kind of a the kind of a education you are giving to your audience, right? Accordingly, from that audience you will get your followers, right? So here I'm talking about, guys, not about Facebook followers, not about your Instagram followers. I'm talking about actual audience. And I think in one of my last webinar, I think in the first webinar of this, I've talked about we need only 1,000 customers, right? Only 1,000. I mean, just for you have to make some kind of a milestone, right? Let's say first 1,000 customers you need, that one be paid one, and you have to serve those customers, or you have to charge those customers annually fee, whatever. I mean, let's say you are charging around $100 in 1 year, right? In that case, also you can have a consistent turnover of 75 lakh per year, right? And these thousand fans, it will take time. It's not like it's just 1 month, 2 months. Actually, I don't believe on those kind of a stories, right? Because people shows the results, but people don't show their hard work, right? They don't show their downs, whatever, how they go low and how they come up, right? People are always talk about positive things, right? It's really, I appreciate that if they are getting that result, but there should be some kind of a story of their hard work as well, because nobody can be successful without hard work. That makes sense. So these thousand customers, it will take time, right? I'm not saying that within 1 month you will get the 1,000 paid customers. It will take time, but once you get the 1,000 customers, whatever the customers you are getting as a paid members, right? Then those are the people who always believe in you, right? Those are the people who think that whatever the informations they are getting, whatever the service they are getting, whatever the help they are getting from you, it's totally worth, right? Makes sense. So trust me, guys. Just one principle which I follow whenever I have any kind of a paid member in my community, whether in my businesses, whether any kind of a client I'm having, whether any kind of customers I'm having, especially in this course also, most of the people who are in my different courses, right? They I'm very much accessible to them, right? If they have any kind of a problem, whether it's a generally I work late night, right? So if they have any problem, if they ping, if I see their message, I instantly reply to them. That's my principle. That's why I said define your principle also. My principle is if somebody is my customer, right? Customer means if they have taken any kind of a product or service from my side, then it's my responsibility above my team that I should serve them well, right? They should come to me again and again for their services, right? It's not like that. I'm just focusing on selling something and just not talking after that. My team will handle. I don't have that kind of a principle. I especially think if I'm committing somebody, right? If I'm talking to somebody and if I'm delivering something, then I really help them whatever their dreams are, whatever the in my vicinity, whatever in my uh, areas, I can definitely help them, right? So the perceptions change according to your service, according to your branding, according to you, according to your message. So it will change automatically, right? Well, it's just like whenever let me tell you when I started my businesses, right? When I was planning, because in the weekends the people plan the things, right? Let's do something big, let's do something great, right? My school friends, one of my friend is very close to me. I always said to him that let's plan something, let's start something. Let's start on the weekend. Let's do Monday to Friday job and let's do the business on weekends, right? So he always laughed at that point of time, right? And he was the person who has started his company before me. And one day he was saying that I have my own domain, I have my own company, and I was in job that point of time. So that was the click point that if that person has started, why should not I, right? So that's kind of a perception should change. Now that person say, yeah, the kind of a sustainability you did, it's really good, yeah. So similarly, perception of the people change. Don't go about whatever the people think. It will change the way you serve. Make sense? The third point is dress code and appearance. Right. Uh, this thing I've changed. I've changed in my last 1 year. Earlier, I used to wear anything. I take lots of time to wear it. That blah blah blah. But I've changed this. Right. It's really it's really give me confidence. It's really give me the kind of a message I want to give to the people. Right. So I've really focused on this. Right. If you see, uh, whenever you talk about any kind of a discipline, any kind of a some kind of a, I would say, uh, if you want to relate that person with the I mean that kind of a dress, right? So you can easily identify this is belongs to that unit, right? If I talk about army, if I talk about cricketer, if I talk about the people who are like Mark Zuckerberg, also the Facebook CEO, right? He has a simple t-shirts and jeans, right? So that's a kind of a dress code he is having, right? In fact, that dress code will, I mean, lots of benefit of that also, right? Once it gives you identity, right? Second, it gives you, I mean, not too much experimenting in the morning to what to wear, what not to wear, right? And lots of benefits are there. And you will see the people who are having this kind of a a mindset, they are getting, I mean, they are very successful because they brand themselves with that identity, right? So how you code yourself, how you what your appearance are, people also follow that, right? You have to be very much conscious about that. Make sense? Then the fourth point is attitude. How's your attitude is, right? Why the people care about you, right? If you don't have a good attitude, nobody cares about you. Whether you are successful, whether you are not, whether you are doing good things in life or not, nobody cares. Why should anybody care for you? So you should think, right? You should think on these terms. Once you are starting your online journey or whatever the business you are doing, where nobody knows you, right? You have to focus on these things. And trust me, this kind of a knowledge, right? This kind of a knowledge nobody gives you, right? Everybody talks about results. Everybody talks about success. Everybody talks about, I would say, shiny things, right? To get the sales. But over here, I talk about the things which really matters for everyone, and somehow they have focus on these things. That's why they got the results. This course, right? This course, uh, I mean, one of my mentor, right? Really focus on these things, and it's really do the magic, right? uh, whatever whatever the time I'm having in this COVID-19, because I'm doing all the things from the work from home, right? But the kind of improvement I got while working from home, right? The kind of a self evaluation which I done for my end and for whatever the work I was doing, so it really helped me. It really helped me to get more trust, or to get I mean, the people get more trust from my side, right? So that's really matters, guys. If you are if you're really looking for sales, right? If you're really looking for conversions, first these kind of a practices you should follow. Then the people start believing you. Then the people start like to work with you. Money is not the real success, right? The kind of the attitude which you carry and the kind of message which you give, that really matters when the conversion happens, right? That's why I mean, once you build any kind of product, also it will known by your kind of a vision on your kind of a perception. If we talk about Apple, right, the kind of a vision Steve Jobs had, So you have to be that much particular once you are starting your own brand, once you are starting your own journey, once you are about to write your own story, right? The fifth one is stand for. You should be very much particular about what you should stand for and what you should stand against. Uh, if you're not taking the stand for anything, right, then also you're not justifying yourself, right? If what you think is right, then you have to stand for, and what you think is not right, then you should also stand for. That's the kind of a I would say characteristics you should be having. If you're not following all these things, then you are not going in the right direction. Nobody like to be with you, right? Because you're not taking any kind of a stand. You are in your comfort zone, right? So just take the stand if something is right, and just take the stand if you don't think that's right, right? Right. The last point is philosophy. What's your philosophy is? My philosophy is, let me tell you guys, especially any kind of a business, whatever the business I'm having, I want any of my customers should not have any kind of bad experience for my end or for my services or for my product. Let me tell you one example. In this course, especially, there was two things. One is a one-time payment, right? And the another was monthly subscription. In India, it's not very much, people are not very much used to of monthly subscription, right? So somebody in my course, somebody purchased that course at some price, right? And the price got deducted, right? And that person really said that I have charged twice, right? Which I wasn't, because it was a teachable platform, right? So at that point of time also, if somebody is not happy or whatever, suppose he had did some kind of a mistake at that point, he was not very much focused that while how where he was registering, right? Because in every course or every once I sell something, I especially say what is this for and what is this for not, whatever the things are, right? So especially at that point of time, once that person messaged me, I think within 30 minutes, I have whatever the money has been deducted, I refund it back. Right? So that's kind of a philosophy I'm having. I'm not here to from here the courses to earn money, right? I want the people should get the right information, should get the right learning from my courses that I'm doing, right? If somebody has a bad experience and he wants, that's fine. I mean, I'm ready to refund that. Right? So that kind of experience, that kind of philosophy you are having, you should be very much particular about your principles, right? About how what you want to give to the your audience, right? If you have your audience, if it's 100 only, right? That 100 customers will take you miles in the future, right? Miles in the whatever the journey you are having. That 100 will become 1 lakh so quickly you never thought of, right? So just be very much particular about these identity characteristics while you are building your influence, while you are building your own community. Guys, as I said, this is really, really, really important once you are going to build your online business or any kind of a, if you able to succeed to build your own community, right? Own community with 1,000 members, right? And whatever the paid members you are having, trust me, whenever you are launching any kind of a product, it will not fail. Why the Apple don't fail? Because he having the kind of a philosophy, the kind of a trust factor, the kind of a I would say quality he's having, right, in their product. Every time when any product launch, the people like to buy that product in queue, right? So just think on those terms, just think on those parameters, right? How those small things become so big only with the help of community, right? Because in the starting you should be more focusing on the community so that you can run your show for the longer period. Because if you are burning your money in the online space without any community, you will burn hell lot of money without much profits, right? So, guys, hopefully this session, uh, hopefully today's session gives you lots of information how to build your tribe, right? And whatever I'm saying, whatever the things I'm saying, I take these learnings or I make these learnings to my internal community step by step, right? If you really want to learn that, right? I have created a special offer for the people who want to test this water, how to build the influence, how to build the systems, how to build this community, how to build the groups so that they can be successful in their lives as well. So for that, the next step is, let me take you again. The next step is build your online system, right? Guys, it's it's not it's a right structuring. I mean, it's not about website. System online business is not about website. It's not about landing page. It's not about I would say any kind of a software, right? Any kind of a I would say e-commerce. Business is all about the right structuring, right? Right capturing of your audience, right? Building your influence, right? Sending the message. So all this, right? All this, whatever I'm telling you in this course, I've especially focused how to build those or how to integrate all those things, how to build your uh, audience, how to capture your audience, how to nurture your audience, and how to convert your audience, right? I mean, what the tool you should use, how many domains you should need, which hosting panel you should go for, which webinar setup tool you are having, right? You should use, and I would say which payment gateways you should use. So all these things makes a system, right? You should believe in the ecosystem kind of a stuff. Then only you can grow big, and then only you can do more and do less and get more, right? If you don't have a system, then you have to really work hard a lot to get some kind of a money on the consistent basis, right? If you have a system, then the effort will be from your side is very less to have a consistent income for you, right? So what's the price that I'm having right now is it's a two plan. I mean, if you're going from it's a one time. Let me type for you one time, right? It's a one time payment to access this course for 30 days. Especially, I have designed this course around 30 days. If the people don't know about anything, but he want to start his business, he don't know about any website, he don't want to help, he don't able to hire any kind of a developers or any kind of a team. Then with this course, he can do everything by himself. He can put his mind with his hand and build his dream by own, right? So you can go for it's a one-time payment. You just apply the coupon of E47 and you will get this course at $47 only. It's a $197 course, and this is course the one-time fee is $47. And if you really want to try this, I mean, don't want to invest this much, then it's a monthly subscription that I am having is $47 per month, right? You can apply just KA. Coupon code is KA70, right? And you will get this course for the first month at $14 only, $14. Because this $14, if you think you good to go, because some people are already knows lots of things how to build the website, but they don't know the right structuring. For them it's $14, right? Because you can understand where the things you are missing. If you feel like you should go for the complete complete for the longer lifetime access of this course, then apply this code $47. If you just try it, just $14 for the first month, and it's a subscription base, right? I'm again telling you, I don't want to be, you have to focus. Once you start giving your $14 or $47, that's a per month, right? It's not like you are getting the full time access, right? So this is all I have, and trust me, guys, with this course, whenever you complete this course, I mean, I think many people have completed and they really uh, feel awesome, right? Because complete, they're able to make their system by themselves and ready to start their online journey, right? This is all I have, and tomorrow we are going to discuss more about digital tribes, right? And what's more you can think of, and what how you can build your influence. If you really want, I would say, if suppose if you really want to be in this course, right? Then just go to, I mean, it's a free right now. Just go to askari.co/movement. This is a course which helps you to understand how to build your influence, and trust me, it's worth. It's free right now. You can go to it if you really think you have to understand how to build your digital tribes and the audience. Bye bye for now. Let's meet tomorrow at 9:30 at the same time. Take care.